No, they're filming me at the moment and you're just noise in the background. You're just background dancers. All right, so... Should we make it whisper stuff, actually? Yeah? Let the tension begin. Okay, sorry. Ask the question again. Start again. So for our dramatic inquiry, we kind of blended it to look at youth voice was the main aim, but we looked at lowering the voting age to the age of 6. And we did that across 2 classes.
We've just been talking a lot as like a big group about like the different laws that affect us and people our age.
I would say the young people have responded to dramatic inquiry effortlessly. I always make space for them to share their own opinions and for them to speak out, but it's been really exaggerated because of that, and actually giving them that space to be bigger and bolder and invent different characters and argue against themselves.
I think it gives children more confidence, and also they can do that and have fun while learning about it as well, so it gives them more knowledge and just understanding about the whole thing.
I found this morning quite interesting, and it was probably one of the first times I've argued against myself.
I think the young people have responded to dramatic inquiry with such confidence and ease. I think it's been really interesting to witness them have their youth voice and have a space to share it. We always make space for it, but being in another role has just allowed them to speak out a little bit more freely and challenge themselves and challenge each other, which I think has been really powerful to witness actually.
Children who wouldn't normally have got us involved, children who normally would let other people take the lead, saying things, coming forward, actually within their little groups, if not in the whole group, within their little groups, taking the lead and saying, no, listen to me, this matters, I care about this, you're going to listen to me.
I don't normally do lots of drama and everything, but I actually found that quite fun.
We were making history then actually learning about it more.
If you just are getting told facts to write down or getting told to just write things down, it gets kind of boring and you get kind of discouraged and you don't want to do it anymore. But if you're doing drama, you can actually like get into your role and you can do what the people you're learning about did.
And I think it's about making time for it in the curriculum and thinking, how can I deliver this learning objective through dramatic inquiry?
It's so much more powerful because you're actually there. You're there feeling it, so it's the emotional aspect that will stay with them.
We started this project with a number of possible aims and goals, and one of those goals that I was particularly passionate about was finding a way in which students could aspire, learn to aspire.
Yeah, I'd love to be a director and see that kind of creative.
And I'd love to be more in front of the camera and doing the stuff in front of it.
I think all children are creative, even if they don't think they are. I think they are all, creative, and I think having something like this just sort of taps into whatever it is inside of them to make them open up, and yeah.
It's a playfulness.
Yeah, exactly.
They're allowed to play, and I think that's lost.
I wanted to be an actor since I was like very little, but my parents were like, oh, you talk a lot, you should be like a lawyer or a doctor. So I just thought, yeah, sure. Because everyone was doing that, like my cousins. And so that was, I think, kind of pressuring. But now I can just tell them, since I have the opportunity here to do what I love.
Is learning a collaborative process? Well, it should be, I quite agree. Is it a place to fail and learn from your failures? It should be. I want to encourage students to jump in at the deep end in order to fail and learn from their failures. And that's the hardest thing to overcome, it really is. And I think once that's overcome, potentially through something like dramatic inquiry, a lot of the learning might happen a lot quicker.
From the training that I did, I could see kind of the benefit as a participant and an observer actually of, students being able to ask questions and discuss kind of in a voice that isn't always going to be themselves, and actually, you know, giving students the confidence to be able to participate in discussion and participate in kind of bigger thinking, I think was one of the biggest kind of motivations for us to use it as a kind of a tool here.
It's kind of opened me up to more opportunities in the way of that I don't have to be myself. I can play different characters and think different ways.
The chance to get students up into this kind of more grown-up environment that they're moving into, doing something that's challenging, that's reflective, that's taking them to another level, just seemed like a really exciting opportunity, and that's really what it's proved to be, so it's been fantastic.
I think it's a great way to introduce some year 8s like us to come to the school and see how it's doing and get a great feel of what we're to expect next year.
They have the means to look up anything. They don't need facts, but what they do need is the ability to be reflective, to be thoughtful, to be able to work with others, to be able to take stock and learn from mistakes. And all of those skills come through this project.